Hello, I'm Dr. Joe Girard, the professor of saxophone at the Schwob School of Music at Columbus State University in Columbus, Georgia. I'm here today to perform the GMEA All-State Saxophone Etudes for 2018 and provide you with some practice tips. Enjoy. Hello, thank you for listening to the Etude. Now I'm going to provide you with some practice tips. This is for the concert band grades 9 and 10 fast Etude. The tempo of this Etude is marked at quarter note equals 120, but I strongly recommend starting much slower and subdividing. I recommend starting this Etude with an eighth note pulse of 90 beats per minute. I cannot stress enough the importance of slow practice. What slow practice allows us to do is to focus on all of the musical details necessary for a good performance, like phrasing, articulation, intonation, and style, without worrying about if our fingers are going in the right place at the right time at the right speed. I like to use the analogy with my students as if they're baking a cake. Okay, if you bake a cake, you're going to mix all the ingredients together and then place it in the oven. You're not going to bake the cake, forget the sugar, and then try to put that on afterwards. A lot of the time in the learning process, what I find young students do is that they try to learn all the notes and all the rhythms, and they forget about the phrasing, their articulation, and these details that really contribute to a fine performance. What I'm going to do now is demonstrate a portion of this Etude with an eighth note pulse of 90 beats per minute. I want to offer a fingering suggestion in this Etude in bars 17 and bars 18. You may be familiar with this. If not, hopefully this is good information you can also share with your colleagues in your high school band. So in bars 17 and 18, we have a written F sharp, then a written E sharp, back to a written F sharp, G sharp, and then an F sharp. That E sharp is, of course, the same fingering as an F natural. And very often, flipping, as we call it, from F sharp to F can be a little bit dirty. We may get an extra note in there that sounds like a grace note, and sometimes it may be hard to execute. There's an alternate fingering here that may make it more efficient on your fingers and cleaner in the long run. So we can finger F sharp with what's called the chromatic fingering. The key directly above the E flat key, you can depress that with your ring finger while fingering F, and that will give you an F sharp. So I'm going to demonstrate going from F to F sharp using that fingering. You can use that fingering in the context of bar 17 and bars 18, and it may be easier for you to execute at faster tempos. I'm just going to demonstrate bar 17 with that fingering. Thank you for listening. I am Dr. Joe Girard, the professor of saxophone at the Schwob School of Music at Columbus State University. Don't hesitate to contact me with any questions you may have regarding the etude, saxophone, or anything musical.